Hello YouTubers, Admiral Preparedness here. Got a few things I want to show you today. I recently viewed a young lady out in Utah who had a meticulously well organized food storage basement. Well, I'm totally the opposite. It's out of control. And I've got everything I need way back there. That's all MREs from the floor to the ceiling. Military meals ready to eat. All this up here, vegetables, meats, beans, some number 10 cans of beans, things like that, pastas, a little bit of alcohol, no tobacco, soups, canned tomato sauces, chopped tomatoes, diced tomatoes, whole tomatoes, all kinds of goodies down there. Chicken noodle soup, tomato soup, mushroom soup, cream of mushroom, some sweets, canned fruits I keep an eye on, mayonnaise. We come down here occasionally and take from it. Flours, of course your lovelies, muffin mix. Toilets, emergency potties. There's things hidden everywhere. Of course, I'm going to be coming in here over the next few months, 2017, and getting it organized. We moved from a 2,400 square foot home into a 900 square foot home in 2005. And my business was taking up all my time. But now that business is no longer operating, I've got plenty of time. And these are 5-gallon buckets that you always see. These are all food grade, sealed, dated, categorized. Pickles. Everything in here was once visited by a rodent. We have since gotten rid of that little guy, and whatever offspring he left behind were well taken care of. The food goes all the way back here. That's all food storage. These are some of my store shelving units that I had. I didn't use them for the store. I helped them at the house. As you can see, I do cover some of this up from the window so people can't look into the window and see that I've got oodles and oodles of yummies. Good stuff. I can't get back there because we had a water heater fail over the Thanksgiving weekend, and this is the $2,000 replacement. The fella came in and did the job very nicely. It's very well done. We have a forced air conditioner heater, gas, that has the sump pump for the condensate that comes off of the heater unit, as well as the condensate from the condenser for the air conditioning unit. I gotta tell you, it's a nice Rheem high performance water heater. Again, all the basement is taken up. These cans here hold toilet paper, hygiene goods. Here's some more of those 39 buckets that I have. Each one of them, again, is categorized, inventoried on the internet, on the computer. I keep these guys. I like to recycle, reduce, reuse. These are the dishwasher machine, and inside it's got MRE heaters. There's some juice packets in there, some cookies, and some shredded chicken MREs. I don't throw away my bottles. These are dime. These are gold. Okay, if you throw these away, don't. They're perfect. There's the Halloween. That's me after I got out of the hospital with my DVT. I kept the armbands. I didn't get a chance to do the Halloween decorations this year because I was in the hospital, but we'll take care of that later. I've got 2 pinball machines that are collectibles. The Space Shuttle Williams and the Star Trek, early 70s Star Trek pinball machine. They work fine. Just can't use them. We have a carbon monoxide detector to gentleman put in the water heater. We didn't have one down here. I've got the forced air furnace on a power cord, so when I hit the switch and the moment the power goes out for more than 30 minutes, I'll turn that guy off, run the extension cord outside, and operate the house furnace from the generator. If you've ever seen one of these before, it's the 1970s era Tektronix Oscilloscope. It still works. The tubes inside there are all brand new for the time I bought it. It's collectible. It's got the cart. If you're ever into G-gauge model railroading, I've got a vast assortment of LGB pre-1980s that I had purchased through a gentleman here in New Hampshire that was going through college. That his grandfather, he kept them in his house up in Maine, and when the gentleman passed away, it was willed to his grandson, and he came to my store one day and offered them to me. I gave him a reasonable amount of money for them. They were pretty happy. Anybody who knows about water storage knows that you can reduce, reuse, recycle. These are full of fresh water that I keep for the time when there's no water flowing, because nobody can get to the treatment plant to work because of either a pandemic or whatever reason. You go figure out what your cause to be a prepper or a preparedness person is, but I've got mine. Some barter alcohol. Over here is the some more of these boxes here. These are some, again, you got your creature comforts. Over here, now these are all full of food. These are all canned food, canned food, canned food. I like to keep them like this right now because, well, I don't know. I was going to get sick. You never do plan stuff like that, folks. You don't plan on getting sick ever. It just happens. We have our full freezer. Canning can. I'll get back to that soon. A lot of these items here I meant to set up on our website to start selling emergency preparedness products. I'm not done yet. I plan on doing that pretty soon. Now that I'm feeling much better and can able to stand for more than 5 minutes without having pain. But what I want to show you guys is that you can prep no matter where you live. The good thing about prepping with a large, dry, super dry basement is the critters can't get in. If you let them in, they'll get in. Like, you can't stop spiders and things. They're just going to get in. But what you do is you get yourself a couple cats. And those cats will take care of that problem for you. The good thing is, when you have a small home that has they call it a shotgun basement, that's not developed or improved upon. You got all the time in the world. If you can do that. What we've done here is just pretty much took on the things that we brought over from California to get here. I kept. There's a lot of stuff for children. They're things, but I didn't want to throw them away because my dad was a Marine and all we did was travel. And every time we get something, if we saved up our money to buy it, we'd end up having to throw it away later because we moved. A little tip I learned a long time ago is when you store peanut butter, about every 6 months, turn it upside down if it's never been opened before. That way the oil that separates that you find on the top will now migrate its way back up into the bulk of the container. Now these are hash browns in that Mylar bag. Again, I don't let anything go to waste. I'm not a hoarder. This is, well, you may think I'm not, but a lot of this stuff can be sold at barter. If you want to look for something that you want to barter with, I'm more than willing to do it. We just trade off on shipping costs. Barter is a thing that's been going on since the beginning of man, and we're always going to be doing it. But that's the shotgun basement with all my preps. You guys have a safe and better New Year's. If you got any comments, please feel free to give me those comments. I'm an open-minded individual, and if I can take criticism like anybody else. Like and share. What we're trying to do here is make sure that our family's, taken care of in case we lose a job or something happens to the economy. You always plan for the worst, prepare, and stay safe. I know you people out there that don't like guns, but what are you gonna do? Throw rocks at them? They're coming to get your stuff. All they're gonna do is break in that door, and they're down that basement. They're gonna find the things I wanted them to find. Everything you saw down there, they're gonna take. If it looks like food, they're gonna grab it. They're gonna get out of here as quick as they can. What they don't know is what's behind all those boxes. Behind all those boxes, a lot of food. Now, once those marauders are gone, we get back in, we'll refortify and go through those boxes and get everything out and start surviving. But just remember, if they get into your home and you're not protected, they're either going to kill you, they're going to steal your children and your women, they're going to make your life completely miserable. Now, I don't know about you, but that's not a way to go. And I'm not going to a FEMA camp. I've been in the military and I've seen a lot of things around the world, and they're not fun. You don't want to be grabbed up like a bunch of sheep. The first thing you start getting is sick. The food's not going to be very good. They're going to spend as less money as they can for the amount of people that they're going to have in these camps. Now, if you got a good neighborhood like I've got, we're going to be able to round up the old saying is circle the wagons, folks. They're coming to get you, and they're coming to get your food. And unfortunately, here in New Hampshire, there's a state law that allows the authorities to come into your property and take whatever they want without repayment in times of crisis or emergency. And I got to tell you something right now. I'll hand them back my bullets one at a time with the hot end going toward them, because you're not going to come into my house and take what I've earned and sweat and worked on for you to give to some person that doesn't deserve it, that never prepared themselves. Because in the olden days, you were one-on-one. You lived or you died. And that's the way it should be all the time. It's a way of life for some of us. We're not paranoid. We're just cautious. You got to understand that, because we have families to raise. We want a future for them. We don't want to be constantly worried about this and that and the other thing that's going to happen someplace on the other side of the planet. But someday now, with airplanes, they can get over here overnight. Live amongst us, be educated by us, be given an education by us, and then take advantage of it by turning around and killing the people that helped them. They have no morals. America was based on freedoms that a lot of countries, they really envy us, and some of us despise us for it. But you got to do what you got to do out there. Happy New Year, folks. Admiral Preparedness here. You guys take care out there. Take care of your country. It's the only one you got. Bye now.